Hey Blossom Gang, it's Chantel aka Shani Blossom, and I'm back with another video. If you have not already done so, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like and thumbs up this video, and never forget to comment in the comment section below. I love reading all of the comments, and I do try my best to respond to majority of the comments that I receive. So today's video is as promised. I said that when I crossed over into the third trimester that I was going to give you my second trimester symptoms, and I want to follow up and follow through on that promise. Hold on one second, guys. All right, guys, I am back. I'm actually in Malia's nursery. I'm sitting like right in front of this closet, and I'm also recording on my phone, guys. I wanted to record on the camera. However, I couldn't find my memory card. To be honest, I don't know where my memory card is. So I have to literally buy another memory card. So I just said, hey, I need to get this video out. And I wanted to deliver. So pretty much this is why we're here. I'll talk a little bit about the nursery after I go over the second trimester symptoms. So I did a video prior to about my first trimester symptoms. I also did a video about how I found out I was expecting. If you have not yet watched those videos, please go back and watch. They are great. So they tell you up until this point how I've been doing and stuff like that related to the symptoms that I've had. So I'm going to go over my second trimester symptoms with you all so that y'all can kind of like be in the know. And I think I might, because I'm sitting down, guys, over here, and I have to hold this camera. And I don't feel like holding it, guys. Literally. I feel like resting a bit. So I might put y'all right here. All right. So that's a little better, guys. So I don't have to hold it and hold the paper. And it was hurting my hands too. Matter of fact, let me see something. Because I might can get y'all to come a little closer. We're gonna see. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit better. All right. And sorry about the lighting again. Once again, guys, let me see if I can get the lighting to be just a tad bit better. Let's see, does this make a little difference? It looks like, ow. It's looking like it made it a little bit better. So yeah, I just got some sunlight, and we are in daylight saving time now. So literally time is rolling by. So, second trimester symptoms, we're about to get started. So, one of the first, I won't say one of the first things, but one of my second trimester symptoms was that my GERD started flaring up again, and it wasn't too bad in the second trimester. I just noticed that food was trying to regurgitate and come back up. But it was manageable. It wasn't like excessive, but I started noticing that. And for those of y'all who do not know, I have had occasional GERD that has occurred occasionally prior to pregnancy. And it got bad, really bad, like last year before I got pregnant. However, it started flaring up in the second trimester again. Another symptom that I had pretty much was excessive burping started in the second trimester. So I was already burping in the first trimester, so that was just like a norm, but it started becoming like more and more excessive as the second trimester like continued on. So I just started noticing that I was legit just burping a lot, y'all. And I just be like, I just drank water. Like, why am I burping? I don't understand. So that happened. And I do have some water in this cup with some ice. Excuse me 1 minute. And I don't eat a lot of ice. Well, this is not a fun fact. This is actually not good. But I used to be addicted to ice. I had an ice eating addiction to where I ate ice. I had to eat ice every single time I drank something. Like I had to crush the ice. Like I just did with that water. Well, since I got pregnant, I don't drink a lot of ice, or I don't eat a lot of ice anymore. I eat it like if I have juice or if I have like water with like crushed ice, I'll eat that. But I no longer like excessively eat ice. And majority of the time it's because I'm just drinking like straight out the bottle. So I have no ice to drink. But occasionally I will during the pregnancy. But prior to pregnancy, honey, I was eating a lot of ice. It was too much. A third symptom that I had that continued from the first to the second trimester was gas. You just don't escape the gas, ladies. Like, that gas be coming and it don't be pretty, okay? So I say that gas continued on into the second trimester. A fourth symptom that I started experiencing was increased nasal congestion. And it's been so annoying, like annoying, because I just want to be able to breathe normally, you know, without one nostril trying to get congested at night or during the day. Like, I just want my breathing nasal passages to come back to me, but they have not done so as of yet. But we're in the home stretch by the grace of God, so I am happy about that. But yeah, nasal congestion. And yeah, that's it about that. All right. Another symptom that I experienced was like an increase in energy in the second trimester. In my first trimester, I was excessively tired all the time. Majority of the time, all I wanted to do when I got home from work was take a nap, and I did majority of the time. And plus, you don't get a lot of sleep anyway in the first trimester because you're constantly getting up, going to the restroom and peeing, which we'll hit on like soon. But yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Second trimester, I started feeling like myself a little bit more. I talked about pregnancy brain in the first trimester. Well, I still had pregnancy brain in the second trimester, but it just was not as bad. I started being able to recollect certain things. Certain things I forgot, but certain things I started remembering, and it wasn't as taxing on my brain in the second trimester. So yeah, second trimester is definitely like a peak where you get like a little bit of break from always feeling tired all of the time. And now I'm in a different home stretch, and I'll talk about that in the next symptoms video. So another symptom that I started experiencing was that as I neared, like, I would say, I'm trying to think. I think it was around like 21 weeks. It started getting very hard for me to put on my shoes, put on socks, put on underwear, and put on my pants or, you know, bottoms. It started getting like really hard to do that because my belly was growing so much. Like, it was hard to do it. And that's continuing obviously into my third trimester. But yeah, that's when I started noticing like, oh, okay, yeah, this is kind of hard. So to me personally, I'm personally ready for warmer weather because I can't continue to put on tennis shoes. Like, it's not working for me. I need to put on some slide-in shoes or some sandals that I do not have to strap up or nothing. Like, I need some easy slide-in shoes. So that's why I'm thankful that it is, you know, getting to be daylight savings and that we're going to be getting like some more, you know, sunlight, because I need that because it's hard out here, okay? Another symptom that I've experienced is that it was starting to get really hard to bend down and pick up something that fell down. And trust and believe, something always fell down. Now, when my husband's around, he would pick up stuff for me if I dropped it, because he saw me struggling. Like, I would be trying to struggle to get certain things, and he would see me struggle, so he would be like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and start picking that stuff up for her. But when I'm not with my husband, or when I wasn't with my husband, I had to pick that stuff up by myself. And it was hard. I'm not going to lie. I made like an Instagram, story about it. But it started getting harder to do like everyday tasks that you normally would do, So I started noticing that. Another symptom that I had was that I had to actually start sleeping with the pregnancy pillow. The first trimester, I was good. Fine. Didn't have any trouble with sleeping, okay? Was fine. Even though I still woke up a lot of times during the night, I could sleep and not feel any type of pain or any type of anything, while I slept. As I got into the second trimester, I would say around about like 14 weeks. For around 14 weeks, I started noticing that when I would wake up in the morning, the sides of my belly would be hurting. My hips would be hurting so bad, y'all. So bad. And I was flip-flopping between, but it just was not cooperating with me. And it was terrible. And so my husband, he went and I talked to him about pregnancy pillows. Y'all, my husband went and brought me a pregnancy pillow. And I was so thankful. I literally started crying because I was like, you understand? You understand what I'm going through. And ever since, I'm being so honest, y'all, I use that pregnancy pillow every single night. You can ask my husband. Ask my husband every single night. The only time I don't use the pregnancy pillow is when we go like out of town. Like if we go to stay with my mom and my dad, I obviously don't bring it because it's huge. I think we went to his family side. I think when I was around like 18 weeks pregnant, I didn't bring the pregnancy pillow, obviously, because it's still big, and we stayed in a hotel room. So those are the only like times that I don't use a pregnancy pillow. But when I'm home, I use that thing. I get my money's worth because it was not cheap. I think it was like around $100. I think, but I use it and I'm basically getting my money's worth out of it. So yeah, that saved me. It gave me support. I don't know how. Some women say they use it and it doesn't give them that much support. But when I started using the pregnancy pillow, that gave me so much support. And I used I think it's the U-shaped one. I think that's what it's called. The U-shaped one that goes all around. So you get support in the front and the back. Now, mind you, as I've gotten bigger, my hips do get sore a little bit, but all I have to do is just transition to the other side and I'm fine. Another symptom that I had in the second trimester was that I switched from having to wake up like 3 to 4 times a night to use the restroom, like I had to do in my first trimester. In the second trimester, I would only have to wake up like 2 to 3 times a night to use the restroom. So that was a change and I really enjoyed that. That is not what I'm doing now. So when I go to the third trimester, I'll tell y'all, I've already written like a lot of stuff. Well, not a lot, but I've written a good amount of stuff for the third trimester already, just so I won't forget it. But I was waking up 2 to 3 times a night. Now, I still was tired. Like I told y'all, I had an increase in energy, so I still was tired when I would go to work, just because you don't really get to sleep. But I still had a level of energy to where I could understand and know what I needed to get done at work, at least. I still had my moments where I forgot stuff, but it was a little bit better than the first trimester. So yeah, that was a break. And then the last symptom that I wrote down was that I craved more sweet things in the second trimester. The first trimester, couldn't stand sweets. Didn't want ice cream, didn't want candy, didn't want cake, didn't want none of that. It kind of turned me off. When I got into the second trimester, that all changed. I wanted like one day I was craving hot chocolate, and they had it at school, and I drank the hot chocolate and I felt so good. I started incorporating sweets back into my diet. Like I started really loving juice, like apple juice, and I was really big on orange juice, and I loved oranges. Like I had to have a little bit of sweet things. It wasn't never excessive, but I was eating those sweet things. So those were my second trimester symptoms that I just automatically just remembered off the top of my head. There could have been more, but I just did not remember those. So that's what I gave to y'all. Like I said, I'm in the nursery. I have some stuff that I'm going to be working on, some projects. I have a rocking chair and a nightstand, little table that I'm about to put up. It's my little project. I've been purchasing stuff for the nursery. And I just am in a mode where I want to start getting stuff done. I'm currently 30 weeks pregnant. So yeah, and this Thursday, I will be 31 weeks by the grace of God. So I am just in a phase. I'm in the nesting phase, guys. I'm in the phase where I want to just get stuff done and have it done and be done with it, so that all we got to do is just, a little bit. So I'm doing it slowly but surely. Just bought like materials for it, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it up, see how it looks in the room. I bought her a name plate thingy with her name on it. And I want to do some more with the walls and stuff, and I'm just about to just clean up in here. And I'll have to continue to clean it, but just want to clean up in here and do some stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I might do a nursery reveal, like maybe later on. But yeah, I hope y'all having a great week. I will talk to y'all later, and thank y'all for watching. Bye.